Hey friends. Okay, so tonight's topic is on the gut brain axis, which is kind of cool. I actually just got done listening to the Thomas Hemingway. I always call his wife the Brooke Hemingway, so I'm going to call him the Thomas Hemingway podcast on the gut brain axis, which I he's such an interesting dude. I love him.
That's the way to put it.
Often during his podcast and like, oh god, the chair's so dry here. Like it's so chill and laid back in him, but he drops, I love doing like the science nerd thing. And so he drops like research articles and data. So that's one thing I love about it. And he also dumps it down for more of like the lay person to understand at the same time. So I was just listening to that. That was awesome. And I'm going to share some of the things that I learned from his podcast and just things that I know in general on the gut brain axis. Just some like information, but also some actionable things as well. But as you guys know, I love starting off with wins. So let's hear. You can either use the chat or unmute yourself and tell me a win for your week that you want to share. It can be anything. Anything.
I'll share mine. Ran 3 miles last week. Haven't ran since last Wednesday, but that was only the third time I have ran since I'm a baby, but I take off a minute every time I run on my pace.
That's awesome. Yay. I did my 5 miles today. I was planning 5. This is where you guys like life happens, but I still did it. So I wanted to run 5 miles yesterday. But I spent almost the entire day being a single mom. My husband was playing in a golf tournament. I've been single mom a lot lately. So I wasn't able to go for a run until after the girls went to bed. So I didn't leave my house until like 8:30 at night. So I did 4 miles instead of 5 miles, but I'm like, hey, I'm out here. I got 4 miles in. Like, I need to be proud of that. I'm trying to play catch up from the miles that I did not run last week. But I got another 5 in. I actually have ran every day since last Thursday. So 5 days in a row now. Like I said, I'm trying to play catch up because I didn't run for 4 days straight. And when you're trying to run 100 miles in a month, curveball.
I want to share actually a bigger win was hopping on the 8 a.m. pivotal this morning because I woke up at 7:30, and with baby, you never know if I'm going to get that chunk of time. And yeah, I even pumped. I woke up, I pumped, and got on because exercising when I haven't pumped is versus when you have versus you all know, ladies.
Yeah. Confession moment. I went back to bed after that workout. I was
That's
so,
okay.
you guys, I like legit did not sleep last night. I was so tired and I'm like, I thought I was like good after it. And then I had a brief moment where I'm like, no, I'm still tired. So I went back to bed for like another hour. um, oh, that is awesome. So Valerie called customer service because she was out of ease, and it sounds like her order was already shipped or processed or whatever. But customer service offered to cover the cost of her shipping on that extra item. Best customer service team. Yes, I couldn't agree more. I have never seen customer service like Plexus customer service. I actually enjoy, like, I get excited calling customer service. I do. This is going to be a little drop for y'all, just so you know. Joy actually has access to it as well. I don't know. Do you know you have access to the Jewel Line, Joy?
No,
Yeah, you
I
have
just
access to
knew
it.
I could help people get their perk points back. That's the only thing special I thought I had.
No, just senior rubies and above actually get access to the Jewel Line. So I can send you the number. The Jewel Line is for senior ruby and above. I think it's kind of funny that's called the Jewel Line and senior rubies can access it, but it's cool. Basically it's a special customer service number where you don't have to go through the whole like, verifying who you are. They answer the phone and they're like, "Hey, Michelle, how are you today? What can I help you with? What do you need?" And you just feel like the coolest person in the world, like you're Queen Latifah or something. I'm like, oh yeah. And they do everything you ask them to. Just an FYI. It's awesome. So when you guys are all jewels, like me and our senior rubies like Joy, you get special treatment. There's perks. There's lots of perks. I'm just gonna drop that one. Okay. Your Tina, Susan, if you guys want to drop some wins into the chat, you're welcome to do that too, or unmute whenever. I am going to go ahead and jump in and share a little bit about the gut brain axis connection. You can look at it either way. I usually call it the gut brain connection, but you can also call it the axis. So Hippocrates said this forever ago. The man was alive a long time ago. He had a phrase that all diseases begin in the gut. However, it's not just disease, it's health. All health begins in the gut. And so when we're looking at the gut brain axis, the gut is referred to as the second brain. I kind of laugh because the gut brain axis is one of these really cool things where there is a pathway from the brain to the gut, but there's also a pathway from the gut to the brain. So it goes both directions, kind of like how your blood flows through your system. There's oxygenated blood in one side, and then, like how you have to oxygenate blood, and then you have unoxygenated blood from the lungs, all of that kind of stuff. That's kind of how there's like two connections with the brain and the gut as well. So the research has found that the pathway from the gut to the brain is more powerful than the brain to the gut. That highway, that little freeway, the speed limit's faster. There's more cars on it. And so like for me, while they called the second brain, I'm like, well, crap, it's better. It's more important really than your actual brain. So I think it should be the first brain. But since this is actually called the brain, I get why they call it the second one. But our gut is super, super, super powerful. That's kind of the whole highlight of this. If your gut is more powerful than your brain, it's a big deal. So a couple of I'm not going to get into the research that I just listened to necessarily. I am going to drop an article. If you want the article, I can send it to you. I'm going to drop it in our Be Happy Challenge group, because that's kind of our focus this week, is specifically on mood support, reducing stress, that kind of stuff in that challenge. If you want it, I can send it to you as well. It is a legit research article, so it's super scientific, Susan. You'll love it. But what they have found is probiotics can decrease the amount of stress in our body. And that only happens if you have the gut brain connection. So kind of what they found, they researched mice, and you can only do this on mice because they cut the vagus nerve. There's this thing called the vagus nerve. And they found that when you have the vagus nerve intact and you feed the mice, basically, when you put this certain bacteria in your gut, it actually makes you reduces your stress. So it reduces your cortisol levels. When they cut the vagus nerve, that didn't work. So you have to have the gut brain connection. This is where it shows you we need the gut brain connection because of the role that plays. Putting the right bacteria in your gut reduces your stress and the cortisol levels basically in your brain because of the gut brain connection. Crazy talk, right? I always knew probiotics can reduce anxiety, depression, stress, that kind of stuff because of Vital Biome, because we have a probiotic that does it. But the whole fact that if that pathway didn't exist, it doesn't work, I thought was really cool. And then since we're talking about kind of the happy side, so serotonin is your happy hormone. And there's been a lot of research on where your serotonin is produced and how much of it is produced where. So the numbers that are started coming in, they originally were 70%, 80%. It's looking like up to 95% of your serotonin, your happy hormone, is produced in your gut. 5% is produced in your brain. Like, this is why I keep talking about, like, your gut is way more important than your brain in this. 5% in the brain, 95% in the gut. So this is why we want like specific probiotics help stimulate the serotonin production, like Vital Biome, you guys. So that makes you happier because it's being produced in your gut, not in your brain. And then dopamine is another one of those hormones that's going to help support happiness and mood, also produced in the gut. And then I loved, so they were talking about GABA, GABA, it's all capitalized. So GABA is a hormone that helps mellow you out. It helps calm you. It's really good for things like anxiety, stress, depression, that kind of stuff. So you can support your GABA production through probiotics. However, it is also like, it's really good for helping those mood things. This is something I thought was so cool because if you haven't seen the ingredients on sleep, GABA is one of the ingredients in sleep. So GABA is also something that can help promote sleep, a more restful sleep. It can help you calm down, that kind of stuff. So while we don't have clinical claims that sleep helps, the product sleep, Plexus Sleep, helps support mood, if you think about it, we do talk about how important sleep is, how important the gut-brain connection. That's part of the reason there is prebiotics in sleep to support the gut-brain connection. But there's also the GABA in there to help with calming, to help with the sleep. But when we're supporting sleep, when you have energy, when you sleep good, are you happier? Everyone happier when you sleep? I see Val. Yeah.
Yep.
You're happier when you're sleeping, when you have that energy. So that really cool ingredient GABA can help promote sleep, but that can also help reduce our anxiety, our depression, our stress, boost our mood kind of idea. Side note, I thought that was super cool. So the bacteria, like we've noticed now, the bacteria in our gut is really important. Specific strains of bacteria in specific amounts can feed specifically the serotonin production. That's why like Vital Biome is clinically shown to promote, to boost, to reduce anxiety, depression, and stress. Probio 5 doesn't have those claims. If you look at the probiotics in those, they're very, very similar. However, there's specific psychobiotics in Vital Biome. So you have to look at specific strains to support specific things. So we have the good bacteria like lactobacillus and those kinds of things that are going to help support your mood. However, we also have the not so good bacteria floating around in our system. That not so good bacteria actually is the bacteria that makes you sometimes, but it depends on the not so good bacteria, but those cravings for like the carby, sugary, fast food, boxed kinds of foods. So your bacteria actually makes you crave that kind of stuff. It's kind of like candida, yeast overgrowth. It is fed, you're craving those foods because it wants to stay alive. When you eat those foods, it feeds that yet not so great bacteria and it makes it thrive more. So your cravings are actually being stemmed from your unhealthy gut. So if you're having cravings for crap food, it's probably because you have an unhealthy gut and you need to support your gut health. I actually personally, I had crazy sugar tooth. I don't remember who I was talking to. Susan, we were talking about this yesterday, I think. I was like I've done this a couple times, you guys. The box cake, I used to make box cake every once in a while. And it would take me 2 to 3 days to eat the whole thing by myself with the frosting. All the things, sometimes with ice cream as well. Also the ice cream. I've eaten an entire container, like the big ones. They keep getting smaller. Has anyone else noticed they're small? I rarely buy ice cream, but I was at my parents' one time. I'm like, why is the carton this big? It used to be this big. Luckily, I don't buy ice cream anymore. But I have sat down and eaten half a carton in one sitting, multiple occasions. Like I always wanted my chocolate and my sugar and my food. I didn't necessarily have like cravings for a lot of unhealthy foods, but it was more of that sugar. I needed sugar. And since I have been feeding my good gut bacteria, balancing my blood sugar, getting rid of my yeast overgrowth, I actually crave the vegetables, the protein, the meat. Like I live off of like meat and eggs and veggies, those kinds of things. My sugar intake is actually very, very low, especially for a standard American. But the more of the story here is what is on the end of our fork is really a sign of what our gut is going to look like or what our gut looks like, because what you're craving is likely on the end of your fork. And it doesn't start on your fork. It actually starts on what you're putting in your cart. So when you put the right food in your cart, the right food goes in your mouth, and the right food feeds your healthy bacteria. So we want to focus on eating whole foods. And a good place to get those whole foods is going to be like vegetables. There's incredible prebiotics. So pre biotics is food that helps feed our probiotics. So prebiotics are really important. Probiotics are really important. Our prebiotics are typically going to be coming from food, from fiber in our food. So when we're getting good, healthy vegetables, whole stinking thing, asparagus, we had green beans for dinner tonight, salads, that kind of stuff, those prebiotics, that fiber is going to help feed. Obviously, this is going to be good fiber for you, right? That good, healthy bacteria in your gut. Also, fruit is a great place to get it. Don't drink your fruit though, guys. You want to eat your food. If you're drinking your food, you're not getting any of that fiber. That fiber has been taken out. We want that fiber. That fiber also helps so you don't blood sugar spike. Like you guys, the amount of, it's like 6 oranges in 1 cup of, like 1 8-ounce cup of orange juice. Who sits down and eats 6 oranges at one time? I sure as heck don't. If I eat 1 orange, we're doing, that's a lot. We usually get the little cuties, and I'll have 1 or 2 of those. So basically what we are feeding is what's going to breed inside of us. So with all of this, like what is in our gut, what we're feeding, what we're eating, the link between our gut and the microbes affect how we think. Okay. And it's not just like anxiety, stress, mood. Like mood is a huge part of it, but it's also your brain health. How on fire are you? Are you quick? Can you think quickly? Are you good with your words? Like if you're stumbling and squirrel brain and all like ADHD kind of stuff, a lot of that can be affected by our gut. And so I think this is the article. I need to find the article. I'm going to send the article. I don't remember exactly what the article, you talked about 2 different articles. But there is also research, one other bit of the research that is really cool. And this is not me bashing and saying like, you cannot use pharmaceuticals, or if you need anxiety or depression meds, like if you need them, use them, you guys. But there comes with a lot of side effects with that. And so when we think about the gut brain connection and how we can focus on supporting mood, reducing anxiety, reducing stress, that kind of stuff, we have a lot of tools that we can use to support it. So we're in a better space and we're less likely to need those pharmaceuticals, or maybe not need pharmaceuticals at all. There is like, we have medicine, like Vital Biome. I've helped a lot of people come off of their meds using Vital Biome alone. And so there's also a link though to various other health issues, autism, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, PTSD. They have all been traced back to gut issues. And I'm not saying like we're going to cure autism by curing the gut or healing the gut or anything like that. However, we can reduce symptoms. And I've seen it time and time again. We are reducing symptoms. I truly think that things like Alzheimer's, we could eradicate it by supporting properly. Alzheimer's is a lot of the time also caused by blood sugar issues. Type 3 diabetes is actually a real thing, and it has been linked to Alzheimer's and dementia and that kind of stuff. And blood sugar issues are going to be like gut issues can cause blood sugar issues and vice versa. Those two things are very well linked together. So eating those whole foods, not drinking our fruit, those kinds of things are going to help support healthy blood sugar levels to help support all of this. So it's just incredible that we have treatment options that aren't pharmaceuticals in this, to help support our mental, physical health, emotional health, all of that kind of stuff. So kind of some takeaways: put the right food in your cart, eat the right food, use Vital Biome. With Vital Biome, just a little FYI, I actually had someone message me today about it. The dosage on the bottle says 1 capsule a day. You can take 2. I know Joy regularly will do this. When you need some extra mood support, stress support, whatever it is, you can take 2. We actually have some clinical studies with Slim and Vital Biome as well, and ProBio 5. Slim, ProBio 5, and Vital Biome, the combo of them can further help support boosting your mood, reducing your stress, that kind of stuff. So I'm not just like, oh gee, all you need is Vital Biome. No, the combo Vital Biome, Slim, and ProBio 5 is really good. And a note with ProBio 5 and Vital Biome, it's best to take them apart. If that doesn't work for your system, I'm all about like get it in your body, but the routine a lot of people do is ProBio 5 at bedtime, Vital Biome in the morning, and your Slim, whatever you want. Just get it inside you, friends. Does anybody have any questions for me on anything that I shared, or anything, just anything?
I think GABA is in Vital Biome as well.
I don't have a bottle in front of me. I don't think so. I think it's just the probiotics. It could, I would have to look on and I don't know if it has any clinical claims on promoting, here's Vital Biome, GABA production. I would have to read through this whole thing. It helps produce, it helps increase beneficial lactobacillus by 418%. That's cool.
Yep, I just said even yesterday I was making an active, popping my Vital Biome, and ease, and about like you can take on the world when you have those 3 things.
Oh my gosh, right?
Yep.
You got the juice. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I forgot I'm going to do my giveaway. Drop in the comments your favorite Plexus product to support mood. Ready? Go. Or you can unmute yourself and say it out loud. I don't care.
Vital Biome.
Vital Biome.
Vital Biome.
Slim.
Slim.
Oh, Slim.
Tina, did you say anything? Was that just Susan saying Slim?
That was me, Slim.
I heard you. I don't know if Tina.
Although I will say the active is more noticeable. Like you feel it when it works more, but the Vital Biome is nice and subtle, and just more of a natural boost of
I feel active
dancing.
kicks so fast. Like you feel it so fast. Mine, for me, I feel like it's the mental clarity that is really like the whoo. All right, let's go.
Can I share a funny story? So Alan left the house without doing his Slim and Active, and he found himself like fighting, almost falling asleep while he was driving home, and he realized, why, and he drank his Slim and Active, and then he said, he's like, it's kind of makes me wonder if I would just be that tired all the time if I wasn't taking the Plexus. Like probably. So
that's funny. Tina, I think we might need to smack you around a little bit here. Sounds like it's time for you to get started. I'm gonna give this to you. So my thought was, with supporting our mood, we need to move our bodies more. So this is a little like workout squirt bottle. It's a Nike Plexus branded squirt bottle. So you can take this on when you go work out and drink your pink drink or your active or your hydrate. So send me your address and I'll mail you your new water bottle. All right, friends.
I want to share, I had a job interview on last Wednesday and I was starting to get nervous before it. So I took an extra vital biome and the butterflies didn't get overwhelming and it just went.
That's probably better than the shot I used to take before I went. Just to take the edge off a little bit, you guys. And then I would also pop a mint in because I didn't want to show up smelling like alcohol. I haven't had an interview in, oh God. It's probably since I got my personal training job that I was at for 5 years. Oh, I was like 20.
I hate interviews. I always get all way too nervous. It's like, I don't even know if I want this job. Why am I getting so nervous?
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Oh, I love it. Okay, we're gonna roll into business talk here. Business talk, but also we're gonna do some work together too. So what well, actually, does anybody want to share any business wins?
I love the three-way chats that are happening. I think that's a win. They're happening more often. All good signs.
Yeah, I will tell you, like for me personally, I know we're gonna have a good month by how many three-way messages I'm in. That right there is like my biggest telltale sign of like it's a good month. I've got like my page is like full of people we have three-way messages with. So yeah, I love my three-way messages. They're so good. I am focusing with our call today. So that's kind of my win. I actually, my coach smacked me around a little bit the other day. She's really good at doing that, by the way. And put it on me to focus more on asking people about the business. And so with our call that we had today, the business call, I have been messaging a crap ton of people about the business. At least 10 the last 2 days. I probably sent like 30 something referral requests about the business on Saturday. So I'm just having some really incredible conversations basically from that with some people. And I know
I did more of that too. So that's a win. That's a first.
Yeah, I know.
Which remind me, I have to get back to one.
Yeah, I had one woman message me, like one of the sweetest messages, like basically she said no, but it was like I'm cheering for you, what you're doing is incredible, I'm so proud of, like super uplifting message. And I was like, high five, like that was good. I don't even care that she said no. And then I'm gonna go talk to her about the product.
Just not today.
Yeah, no, that's kind of what I took it as, is like she's just gonna keep watching me and I'm gonna keep on loving on her. And because her husband have actually done 3 different network marketing companies, one of them which kind of went under-ish, but they would be sharks, they would be joys, they work together, they're power partners basically.
So the gal I threw it out to, well, she congratulated me congratulations on the cruise. And then I asked her if she's ever been on one. And she said, no, you'll have to let me know how it goes. And then I'm like, have you ever thought about doing what I do? So you could earn it for you and your husband. And then her reply was, I'm super busy now, but maybe in the future, ? And so I was like, all right, wow, okay, that's so.
I would say,
Yeah,
well, how about we start dabbling in the little nooks and crannies you have now? And
mhm.
then you won't
Yeah,
have
I
to.
asked her. Yeah, I told her like, that busy people know how to get stuff done. You can spread it out, fit it in around your busy life. My last question was, if you were to consider it, what would you need to know? So, but she
Good
hasn't replied to that.
shot. That was a really good question.
Yeah, I used it for a couple of people because it's been like, okay, they're kind of saying no, but I'm like, but if you did, come on, tell me really what your barrier is. So yeah,
I like
I did
that.
another one, and that the gal though, the other gal that I did it to just said, thank you, but I'm not interested. So I was like, okay, well, and I still told her she's an entrepreneurial, her and her husband are entrepreneurs in her community already, and so I just loved on her about that.
Yeah.
So because
Awesome.
mhm.
I love it. And I also, another win, did you guys see the snapshot, the conversation I sent in the chat from one of my customers? She's been with me for years, and she just like was cheering me on, like, keep doing what you're doing. You're saving lives. You're helping so many people. And just completely out of the blue. Like, she just I haven't talked to her in a couple. I was actually like, well, what is she messaging me about? I'm so confused. And I went back, I'm like, we haven't talked since April. And she was just like, I'm watching my brother like fight for his life, and what you literally are helping save lives. It's amazing. Don't stop what you're doing. Stay strong. So that was a win. That was actually like how I started my workday. That was like one of the first things I came to after I got up from my nap post pivotal workout. That wasn't needed. Okay. Does anyone have anything they want to talk through real quick? Because I do have an action step that we're going to work on together. Okay. So what I have for us is we are going to all write our own post, but what I want you to do is come up with 3 things that Plexus has helped you with. Any 3 things, doesn't matter what it is. It can be business, it can be products, don't care. 3 things Plexus has helped you with. And you're just gonna basically write a simple little post. And it can be like, my life has changed from these in these 3 ways, and you can list them out, and then you're going to take a picture of your products. So I'm gonna, let's see if I screenshot it. One of my friends did something similar. Yep. So I'm gonna drop this in our chat, in both the chats, just because oops, not that one. Okay, that one. And so you don't have to quite do it like listing the 3 things either. You can talk about the 3 things instead of being like, what bullet pointing 1, 2, 3. You can put it into more of like a paragraph form. But then you'll take a picture of the products. If you look at the example that I'm sending you, she has them noted of like what each product is. You don't have to do that. Make this your own post, but I want you to come up with 3 things Plexus has helped you with, write a post about it, and post it with a picture of your products. If you wanted to do it with like you holding your Slim, that's fine. Or how she does it kind of like in her hand with the pink drink right there. Make it your own, but that's what we're going to work on for right now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we're good.
Is it over?
First he was looking for was the new line that was in the jail. And now Mickey can't reveal it without.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna copy a lot of hers. Just saying.
I was gonna say, that sounds like you.
So she had
Not the
she
acne, though.
the angry. Yeah. Switch acne with being an angry mom. For sure. That's what I'm leading with.
Quick comment, thought process, because I just realized this post doesn't have to go up tonight. I realize like if you're gonna be taking a picture and you want your pink drink mixed up or something, you probably already had it today. This, you can write up the post now to have to post for tomorrow, and you just need to snap the picture for tomorrow.
But I wasn't really rolled up the first time, and that was well, she said it wasn't really violent, but I don't know. So I don't know, but it's fine. That's cool. Our jar.
I have to ask, is this Jill's post?
No, it's actually Jermaine.
Oh,
I don't know if she stole it from someone or not, but I saw Jermaine post it.
how did she have her baby?
No, she's due in October, I think. She's posted the other day, she's like 26 weeks, I think, is what it said.
Oh, okay. So she was really early on when you had her on our call.
Yeah,
Was it like in March? Yeah.
something like that.
Blue shot.
Tetanus.
2, 12, 22.
Is that Jordan we're hearing?
Both of them were talking in the other room.
I have to show my little guy's just content laying right here on the bed.
Oh, he's getting better with being away from you, isn't he?
Oh, sorry. Well, yeah, and just more content sleeping on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess
That's
it's
so
the body
good.
connection, yeah.
Yeah. While I'm all for the baby snuggles and everything, sometimes it's like, oh my God, can you get off of me?
Okay. Back to
Can
work.
I sleep? That was me last night. I felt so bad. I felt like the mean mom, the no mom, but I was like, when I told you guys I didn't sleep last night, like Jade, I'm almost asleep. Jade comes in. I get to sleep. And then all of a sudden, Soph rolls in and like they like
Mhm.
Sophie,
Yep, been
no,
there.
like
Been
go
there.
back to your room, figure it out. And no, she
Uh-huh.
goes and finds a spot. And I was like, I can't do this. So I went to Jade's. I told Sophie, I was like, no, go back to your room. There's no room for you. And she found her own little spot on her bed. I was just like, so I went to JD's room, and then JD comes in back into her room. I can't get any sleep or peace.
Mhm.
I love you guys. I'm really tired.
I have a story to share about Active.
Oh, let's hear it. I like stories.
Well, when I first got my Active, I tried a packet or two and I thought, this stuff doesn't help me at all. Because I was used to, the soda with the caffeine jolt, that rough jolt that caffeine gives you. And I thought, this isn't doing anything. And so I sent it to Ellison, but my daughter, and
Yeah.
she started drinking it and she started commenting on how it was helping her. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I better try it again. And so I did. And I got used to the smooth energy instead of the jagged, rough energy that caffeine gives you. And so I thought it wasn't doing anything when I first tried it because it didn't give me that rough, jolt that caffeine does. And so my daughter tried it and she started using it. So I thought, oh, okay. And so when I started using it, it's like, yeah, this is a smoother energy and it lasts longer.
Yeah, it actually lasts 6 hours, right? Yeah, 6 hours.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm. There's your post right there, Susan. There's a
Okay.
post.
You're writing,
But
you're writing right. You're writing right. Writing right. That's almost like how many times I had to, because Tyler's dad had shoulder surgery. Whew. You guys, those are
Oh.
two really hard words to put together. The first time I
Those
said
are-
it, I stood there in my neighbor's kitchen and I was like, about a minute later, shoulder surgery, not soldier. And then Sophie was
Those are
trying
really
to show off.
painful.
She's like,
How's he
it's
doing?
not that hard. I can do it, Mom. Shoulder surgery. Shoulder. And then we're like, see. She only said it once before she messed it up.
Oh, Sophie.
I know. She likes to show off and pretend like she's the better one.
I have another question.
No more questions. We tapped out.
How, how long has Plexus been in existence?
I think we're in 16 years now.
16? Okay. And how long did they have Slim? I mean, how many years?
Like 16.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it was like the second product.
But they've made improvements on it, right, from the original?
They've reformulated it a few times.
Yeah. Because I think I actually tried it several years ago, but at that time it didn't make an impression on me. But this time around, it was totally different.
You're probably
Oh,
also in
and
a
yeah.
different space too.
That's true.
Come here, Stoic. You can say hi.
Get down. No.
You're yelling at the cat.
I was wanting to tell Joy, I like her daily gratitude posts.
Me too.
I think that's an
Thank
important
you.
part of building your business is just finding things to be grateful for.
Amen.
Yeah, and thank you. And it helps me. I mean, not only, yeah, for my mindset, with business, but not only that, just my everyday, daily life.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
so thank you. You're not the only, if that's what people are telling me. So I'm like, okay, well, we all should start doing it. Do it.
Yeah,
Even
that's
if
true.
even if you don't do it every day, who cares? It's do it when you can. I actually missed it yesterday, but I also, I went to church and I know I thought about things that I was grateful for and so
And nobody even noticed that you didn't do it yesterday.
exactly. And I haven't even said, that hey, I'm doing, this is some goal that I'm working on. It's just a thing that helps me and it's all about sharing positivity.
I read a book called Your Cells Are Listening, and it's all about how your attitude can affect your body health.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so that's why I think gratitude is so important for overall health and well-being.
Okay. Just a couple more minutes left before I'm going to pop off and go be a mom. I want you guys to think of one person in your life that needs more money, that you would just love to do this business with you, that is maybe about to be an empty nester this year, is retiring. Those kinds of people are needing more purpose and something else to tune into. That's kind of why I'm pinpointing them. Like our thought process is going to be business here. And while I know we all love my scripts, Joy especially, I want you to message them on why you thought of them. You always want it to be about them. It has nothing to do with you, what you want for them, or anything else. It is all about them. You're going to lift them up. You're going to tell them what you see in them, and you're going to say why you think they should tune in to what you have to say. So think of someone first, just one person, and then I would like you to message them before we hang up, but we got to think of that person first. Does anyone know who the person is already?
Well, yes, I have one that I reached out to back in January when we were at Align. The very first Align. So she actually, though, is replying tonight, or was replying earlier today to just, normal chatting.
Okay. So that's time to come in and say, because on some of the people I messaged in the last couple of days, I have messaged multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I'm going to keep showing up in this space. I'm going to keep at it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
Rip that Band-Aid off, Joy.
Oh yeah, no, her baby is 15 months old now. And so I finally got a reply because I was like, okay, when are you having number 2? That finally got a response from her because she's like, nope, one and done. So
when my oldest was 15 months old, that was my reply too. Oh no.
Well, I just replied back and be like, well, you never know what God has in planned. I'm proof of that.
Well, see, I had that part too, which was great.
Yeah.
But at 15 months old, oh hell no, I was not about to make another baby. I was
yes,
still barely alive.
good thing we're getting off soon because this guy's filling his drawers.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Did you see my story? He got a bath from 4 or 3 9-year-olds and an 8-year-old.
Oh my gosh, no, that was so cute. I have hardly been on social media. I've been working my business. I've been in Messenger all day and not on social media.
And that's good. Yep.
Boom. I sent mine and I sent it here. here's a little note for you guys. I just sent a business message to someone who is also with a network marketing company. It is like a skincare based network marketing company though. And I told her, like, I'm not trying to take you away from what you're doing. I'm super proud of you and I'm cheering you on all the way. However, everyone's showing up and sharing their top favorite things online these days. And she's a fitness instructor. Like what we have here aligns with what you're doing at the gym, and you've already got clientele there for you. This would be a really good additional stream of income for you. Are you open to talking about it? That's basically what I said.
All right. Well, I can't do mine
While you're on
with
Zoom.
while I'm on Zoom. So yes, but I have two that, well, more than that, but I have two that I'm going to do. So good night, everybody.
Good night.
Have a good night, guys. Yeah, we're gonna go and wrap up. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate it. Make sure you get your post done and send that message. That's your homework before you go to bed tonight. Write the post. If you can't post it tonight, like I said, we can post it up tomorrow, and then get the message out to that one person. If you need any assistance with your message to the person, message me. That's why I'm here. Or message Joy. Joy's rocking it over there too. All right, guys. Have a good night. Love you.